And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. To Johnson on the draw. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They go play action now. Palmer, he's going to let this one go deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun on third down, it's Palmer. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. And he's brought down after a good gain. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Here's Palmer to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Blue 58.
2nd and 10 now, and it's Palmer. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
On third down, Palmer. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's go, D. Let's go, let's go. 1-18. 1-18.
4th down. Here's Palmer. He's going to air one out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Prescott. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Here's Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Third down at 8 now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That one goes for 24 yards. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from the desert after this. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Sally 19, Sally 19 ready. Sally 19, Sally 19, Sally 19, Sally 19, Sally 19, Sally 19.
On first down, it's Palmer. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Regular, regular. You got tight. You got tight right there. Regular, regular. Check your hot read. Sally 19, Sally 19.
Second and 10. It's Palmer again. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Caught by Nelson left side. Given 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Palmer to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Let's go, let's go.
Second and 10. It's Palmer again. Caught right side, Jerron Brown. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Palmer to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.